Hello, hello. Right. To get back into it. All is working. We can sound on the game tonight. Cool. Hello. Hear the game.
Alright, that new game smells wearing off. Let's just get down to business.
Let's continue where we left off. We have skill points and perks available. So we're gonna go ignite. Need to get up here. We want to get over there. So we're gonna go along the coast here.
At the risk of sounding glib, that ain't a good sign.
See what this is about.
Hello. You must be a new, co-worker. No. My mistake. You're obviously just passing through.
This whole capitalism thing isn't so dreadful after all. They even allowed me a choice between fishing and sanitary engineering. That's far more freedom. Oh, here to do some fishing?
Can I do some fishing? I would do fishing. Bad place to stop here. Oh. Oh, where it's just picking up grenades. I love how I can just loot this place. This is great. There's our extra. Needed that. That's our fourth one. Another adventures book. Ooh, I'm trying to pick that pocket watch up. Yeah, thanks, man.
This unit beautifully acknowledges your presence.
Alright, oh, onward. Probably go up and around.
Off the final skill building task. Scavenge a seaworthy raft, then set a course for promotion. If only we had a bottle of Spectrum Red to christen the thing.
Don't think you want to hit that floating rubbish pile with any bottles.
Pipe down, Cobb. I have every confidence in my handmade vessel. Sleek, sturdy, reasonably buoyant, perfect execution. Assembled with no help from you, I might add.
For the last time, I have indigestion.
Uh-huh. The sooner we reach the northern tip of the northern island, the sooner we get our promotions. Help me get there, Cobb, and law as my witness, I'll make you my assistant
It's
VP.
not gonna let me over there.
Oh, pinch me.
This is Sanitation Specialist Cutshaw, soon-to-be graduate of the Promotion Acceleration Program, shoving off for our
How we
final
doing?
destination.
Welcome in. Just hanging out, playing some Outer Worlds 2. I'll try to hook them two up. Both scarred. Got something in common. He's got a weird extra arm on his back, which somehow I feel like, since he lost his, work out.
Always been curious about the kind of training they produce in Arbiter. Can't imagine it's pleasant. Ain't just the Dragoon to worry about. Those turrets are also...
Oh, we need to get out of here. Oh. Well, these dudes are like super tough. They're like, they got skulls over there. I rolled up into some place I definitely should. We think we can take them if we go in prepared?
Always been curious about the kind of training they use in Arbiter. Can't imagine it's pleasant. You hear that? Sounds like a dragoon tromping about.
Law damn turrets won't make it easy for us.
Enemies with skulls next to their health bar are dangerous, signifying that you might be too underleveled to fight them. If you're having trouble overcoming them, try gaining a few levels before coming back. Like leaders or bosses, these enemies are resistant to certain powerful effects and must be dealt enough damage to make them weak first. Leaders and bosses, particularly tough enemies, are noted via their health bar, signifying that they are especially challenging. These are reserved for the leaders and strongest fighters of a group. These enemies are more resistant to certain powerful effects, requiring them to take damage first and make them weak. And I can take that guy, right? Like I almost did last time. Bring a knife to a gunfight. Ah, it's so tempting, but fine, we'll come back.
Careful of friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us. A real code 472.
Oh great, a 472. Been a while since I had to dodge bullet spray.
Careful of friendly fire if you head down past the farm.
Okay.
Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us. A real code 472. 472 means they're gonna...
There's just a bunch of people here. Bio grenade. Everything in here looks like it's going to be stealing.
I don't even want to think about the damage those crabbles are gonna do to my machines.
Eric, move along.
Peddle your wares elsewhere.
One wants to talk.
Personal, like, traded some wages not to have to deal with saltwater for a while. It's just fine, man.
If you're wondering why there's so many engineers sitting here on their rears, it's because the dang Crabbles ran us out of the desalinator. Now we're stuck here on standby wages. Hope you ain't jesting with us, friend. Can't wait to get back to making full-time wages. Thank you kindly.
Oh. Can't wait to get back. And then I sit down. Yeah, looks like you can't wait to get back to work.
Do I look approachable? Because I'm not.
Word is, can't you see him on the clock here? Talk is cheap, but my time is not.
All of this junk. There's something good up here. I'm gonna take it. Foot soldier armor. I'm gonna take.
Can't you see him busy trying to look busy?
Scout, report.
Yes, sir. Looks like the repair center is still out of order, sir.
Excellent. At ease, Scout. Glad to hear that they haven't managed to repair it, even if Command has temporarily put the actual fighting to a stop. Can't help you. Sorry.
Alright. Y'all are the most unfriendly ass people I've run into. None of y'all talking. Warrior Code Auto Mac Repair.
Who goes there? By orders of Marshal Donaldson, no one comes or goes to the Automech Repair Center without approval. What's your business here?
Now you've done it. Slowing down a ranking protectorate official is worth 10, 20 demerits if you're lucky.
All right, let's not lose our heads over a simple misunderstanding. You're free to pass. Marshal Donaldson likes to greet new arrivals personally. We'll let him know you're inbound, so no one shoots on sight. Oh, and fair warning, watch out for xeranium gas. We sprung a leak. How observant of you. One more thing. Don't cause any trouble around these parts. Donaldson runs a tight ship and has zero tolerance for lawbreakers.
Right, big. Not alone.
Prudence dictates. We cherish all we have and defend
Outsider.
Got any stuff in here? Don't even know.
Did the authorities
Oh, my bad, dude.
Did my torrent of messages finally convince them of the vast crab-like dangers near at hand? What a relief. In here I thought myself dismissed as a loon. Ah, good. A captive audience. Money well spent. You must have spied those nefarious crabbles, roiling, rippling, bubbling, and churning out in the water. No one at the facility believes me, but I've seen it with my own eyes. Crabble numbers have swelled as they gather to defy us. A consortium, nay, an army.
Egad.
You actually believe me? No, stranger. Thank you. With your confidence and support, I believe the Crabble threat can and will be defeated. Remain strong, and together we will outlast the Crabble!
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
All that matters is getting these automechs to the Vox relay station.
But Marshal, we must adhere to decontamination procedures.
What in the name of the architect? Oh, right. My guards told me to expect a new arrival, right before our chief mechanist decided to harangue me with the latest on our catastrophe.
Marshal, you're acting as though I'm not standing here auguring the impending doom of this facility.
Woodrow, normally I would be obliged, nay, happy, to receive your senseless jawing, but not today. Perhaps this outsider can assist where you've failed. I hope you've come to help, because a crisis is bearing down on us, and I've a dearth of reliable hands with which to manage it. You see, Woodrow, why at this rate, we'll have the facility up and running in little to no time.
That's what scares me, Marshal.
Like you, me and my consternated head technician are new arrivals, though we may not last long if we fail to repair the uranium leak. I wouldn't have put it in those terms, but I appreciate someone who speaks their mind. The Vox relay station needs our automechs. But until that leak is fixed, this facility is a target for the sport of Auntie's armaments. Delphinia Bryant is working on a prototype uranium shield. Whoever uses it will be less disposable and more useful to the Protectorate. What did I tell you, Woodrow?
Marshal, those automechs have been corrupted with uranium. I can't even cogitate on what they're capable of if we lack the time or resources to approach this rationally. Should they go berserk, we may well be turning the very subject you intend to resupply into their victims. We'd be branded as traitors.
Then perhaps you had better explain to Brigadier Montelli why his defenses are grounded. And you can do so personally, in the comfort of his office.
Montelli? I rescind my objection. May the delicate workings of the paradigm point us toward a better way.
There's a good fellow. Cleave to your loyalty, and it will never steer you wrong.
Ambient uranium levels are higher than average, but within acceptable ranges. State your business. This unit was engineered to facilitate management of supply inventory at this installation.
Oh, this is surely exciting. Someone is finally trying out my automechanical quartermaster. Show them what you got, quartermech.
Command not understood.
Huh. I thought that would have put it into sales mode. Best look into that later. Please, give it a try yourself.
All wares should be perfectly visible already.
Sorry, it tends to take things too literally. Maybe try phrasing the request differently.
Lull detected. Conversational status uncomfortable.
Does that one compute, big guy?
Affirmative. Initiating commerce is one of this unit's default commands. Initiating commerce.
Alright. So that for 1,000 bits. They did there. Alert. Had +10. Bad. Still not giving. Being replace. Let's get her clothing is powered. Like grip plate. Make pistol plate. Plated bandolier. These key also. Gas. Crafting. Alchemy. Fire on that, like but it's also corrosive. Biomass damage. Attacks vulnerable. I don't think we back at 27.
See you soon, I hope.
Don't want it. Like, it can't be hard to... So much stuff that's just kind of like no one to catch you. Box week. I'll need them.
Might be wise to give that large gas cloud a wide berth. Don't think there's anything to gain by getting near it.
Welcome. Glad to have you back.
What brings you to this fine establishment?
Caught a piece of shrapnel during the attack. What about you?
Zeranium poisoning. Only a mild
Gotta go find some girl. Guy.
Oh yes, I adore interruptions. I was just saying, what's best for stoking the spark of invention? Regular disruptions to one's train of thought. Now what is it you want? Ah, our good Marshall sent you, did he? Well, unfortunately, the device is taking longer than expected.
Please expedite your work in exchange for something else.
A number of factors. Zeranium is dangerous, and we wouldn't want a researcher falling victim to their subject of study. The scarcity of volunteers is also a problem. Everyone wants to fix the gas leak, but no one wants to step inside a hazardous vapor. Now tell me, are you familiar with zeranium gas?
Lots of.
One and the same. That building took the brunt of the damage during a recent attack, and now it's spewing valuable
Oh man,
over
what's
the place.
up?
I could speak at length about Zeranium's many captivating intrinsic qualities, but suffice it to say, in its gaseous state, it's rather deadly. So what am I endeavoring to create?
How you doing?
A protective device that shields its wearer from Zeranium's remarkably unsavory
Oh,
effects.
thank you for
as
the
well as other
hearts.
forms of harm.
Or the heart mean popular. I'm not as hype as you. What? You've never seen Back to the Future? Right, Scott. There you go. You keep doing you. Enjoy your night. I do appreciate you stopping by. Yeah. I'm pumped you came in. Thanks so much. Enjoy your low energy night. Good. Take a night off. Sounds useful. How's that coming?
Quite splendidly, if I do say so myself. The principal
Oh
function
man,
of the device
thanks
is
so
confirmed
much. That's super
operational.
cool.
I merely need to work work out some
hit my goal.
minor implementation.
Now I gotta figure out how to make
concerns.
another.
Alas, while I'm occupied with inventing this shield gadget, I also find myself in need of assistance regarding its key components.
I need to figure out how to set. Let's do 5 heart meat. We'll just do. We'll make a dream catcher if we hit it. I have to make a mug now. So now I have to make a mug because you hit my live goal. So I'll have to make a mug when I finish up like the last little bit of the dream catcher tomorrow. I'm going live tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time, and I'm finishing up my dream catcher. And then after that, we'll make a mug. And if you are in here, I will let you like pick out which one you like. So like whatever design you like, and we'll just make that one. And we'll make that mug, and you don't have to buy it. You can just pick the one you want to see. And we'll go with that. And then I can actually make a mug. I need to make more. I'd be willing to help if you need a hand.
Good. Wonderful. As an added incentive, I'll allow you to keep one of the prototypes once the work is finished, so you be sure to give it your all. Now here, you'll need this apparatus. It's for collecting stray uranium effluvium. Gas, that is. My supply is running low from all the iterative testing I've been performing. Merely activate the device once it's inside a uranium cloud, the one around the main hangar specifically. Try to avoid any fields of dense uranium, or death is all but assured. Any questions?
Gas need. Wouldn't any uranium gas do? So this is dangerous. I'm in danger. I have everything I need to start it. So dangerous. Obvious. Like, I have everything I need.
So
I'm good. I can
exhilarating to have
start.
a new subordinate. I look forward to thoroughly scrutinizing your work. Now, shoo! Off with you now. Gather those samples. Shoo!
Did it work? Alright, like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. I can't get the ad. Be good. It doesn't seem to change the goal. I'm not really that worried about it. won't work, but it is what it is. We will make adjustments. Experimental log X94. I've managed to consolidate the waveform down to a point where it can be generated by a handheld device, but I need something to project a field using it. One enterprising fellow suggested that the catalytic amplifiers used in Dragoon Automex might serve. The idea has merit. I'll speak to the marshal about it in the morning. Note to self, one of the automechanicals wandered into my lab, picked up a crate of supplies, couldn't decide where to set them down again, and just gave up. Later, I felt a vibration so hard that dust shook down from the ceiling. Must keep an eye on their behavior. Alright. Got anything else? Lab note. Uranium in its natural state is less concentrated and less hazardous. Long-term effects on automechanical circuitry and living tissue are inconclusive. Use of a shield device is recommended. Oh. Onward. Says we need...
Commander, I think this stuff is eating my lungs from the inside.
Alright, so we got that.
Ah, my little minion. I trust you've made progress in your tasks? What did I tell you? Perfectly safe. Either that or you tolerate Zeranium poisoning like a champ. Good for you. Should you suffer from any lingering symptoms of contamination, visit the medical center and they'll get you squared away. Now, on to business. The device already generates a field exactly as specified, albeit on a very small scale. Still, progress is progress. What's needed now is something to help extend and shape the field around the user.
Catalytic fire should do.
Capital deduction! Where have you been all my career? You'll be pleased to learn there's one right here at the facility, in the Dragoon that's patrolling just outside.
Locals aren't fighting with.
You guessed correctly. Our chief mechanist was rather hostile to the idea. So you may have trouble getting your hands on the catalytic amplifier.
Problem with Quest.
I'm sure he's just being cautious. Should Auntie's choice attack us, we don't want to be caught defenseless. No doubt he also seeks to retain an unspoiled automech, since the others are by now riddled with Zeranium poisoning.
Get you a catalytic fire one way.
Good. A flexible mindset should behoove you on this task. Perhaps the chief mechanist will prove more receptive to your request. Failing that, be prepared to exercise creativity if needed. One last thing. The Dragoon must not be harmed. Not only would the amplifier likely be damaged, but we'd both be summarily executed, assuming we survive the firefight that ensued. Well, off you go. Shoo.
Gotta go talk to this fucking part.
Give me a sec. Almost done with this work list. Another sealant failure, amplifier requisition, and 2 more cases of Zeranium exposure. We're a mite bit busy these days. The Marshal is under a lot of pressure to deliver automechs to the Vox relay station, but I'm responsible for their quality control. If even a single automech steps out of line, it will be the end of me. Zeranium corrupted automechs open fire on Protectorate soldiers, and I end up in the darkest bowels of mental refreshment. Oh is right. The Marshal is a good man, but he values speed while I value accuracy. Neither of us is wrong, but in this case, we both can't be right. She and I have been over this 100 times. Please understand, the original staff of this facility were rounded up and refreshed because they couldn't safeguard a protectorate asset. Why should I follow their example by reducing our sole working Dragoon to a pile of unpatriotic scrap? I can't. I won't.
Disabled. Think you're dead in the...
That's a fair point. It's not as if they've come back to finish the job. Perhaps they assume we're already beaten. All right, how's about we get the Dragoon situated over here, so I can extract its vital organ? One catalytic amplifier as agreed. I hate to lose another Dragoon, but desperate times call for desperate measures.
Trouble. Gotta thank him.
Be seeing you, stranger.
Have it.
Well, any closer to obtaining the catalytic amplifier?
Here's the catalytic. Why are you?
Oh, superb! I'm almost tempted to ask how you managed it. But pressing on, just a moment to remove what I need and install it in the prototype. With this gadget, you'll be shielded against more than Zeranium, you know. Damn near everything, as long as it's charged. Now, report to Marshal Donaldson, if you please. He's rather impatient to end this crisis so he can turn his focus back to the war. You do that. Anything to keep him off my back for an hour.
Gas and collection. Gas energy gadget grants you a temporary shield, protecting you from damage. Activating the gas causes the shield times side of a hazard. Duration same automatic. Activating the gadget while it is active. That's the duration. Children have that now.
Yes? You want to see the quartermaster. She's right next to the gate you entered through. Under the she'll only be able to sell you our surplus, but you might find some of it useful.
Automechanical debris. Marshal Donaldson, Ellie is asking about those grade automechanical promise running out. Trusted with this, your predecessor failed to self-suffering. The update provide I hope or more. Or I hope or more may be punished. Brigadier General next selfing faithful service to the protectorate. Dr. Bryant has asked me to extract the catalytic fire from our own Dragoon. I know you ordered us for our full, but I have reservations about this question. The amiable war is over. I humbly recommend, and as road count, be acknowledged past member of the protectorate, not always carried on side. He would stop at no. Dang. Very little to tell. I was selected to be a warden at the academy. Those days were idyllic, marching. By the grace of the sovereign, I was separated to the officer training track, it came covered my passion. Officers are given access to high ranking. I continue asking treasures. Fine repair part of Vox's automated security, valuable asset target. Sadly, the stewards department. They were consigned to execute refreshment. The Ark charge my burden, inheritance, and failure is not small but for scrappy. Wartime strategy dictates asset secured before sites. Our enduring presence here indicates that the tide is turning. I'm not at liberty to disseminate full teaching those of lesser station. I do try to particularly powerful fragments. I know the pearls I cast often feel I'd be miss knowledge. I count the following. Loyalty is life. Life is service. Words to live by in these. Trust in the paradigm. Check your supplies. More than one officer. Follow that. True have nothing to hide. True have nothing to hide. False have nothing to show. A reminder that we respond. Know your worth or find yourself lacking. Phrase which applies to all loyal, regardless of.
I'm glad that spectacle didn't scare you off. Between the recent attacks and the gas leak, you find us on the razor's edge between reason and panic. Whether or not you're able to help us, I'm grateful to have an extra set of eyes on the problem. Zeranium is hardly my area of expertise, but it falls to me to find a solution, lest I follow my predecessors to their untimely fate.
Delphina finished her device. I've got a working prototype right here.
I knew Dr. Bryant would come through for us, that she'd prove her worth as surely as any subject of the Protectorate would. Seeing as you're the only one trained in the use of that gadget, what say you put it through its paces? Make your way inside the repair hangar and find the control terminal to purge the Zeranium. And be careful with that terminal. We don't want the situation getting any worse. Don't worry about Woodrow. Smart fellow, but his cautious nature gets in the way. Yes, there is some risk that exposure to Zeranium will corrupt our automechs, to use his colorful language. That shouldn't stop us from delivering them on time. I'm sure they'll be scrubbed clean once they arrive at the Vox relay. But that isn't our problem to solve. You be sure and come back once you've made progress on the leak.
Outer chassis sealant test number 14 is confirmed a failure. Zeranium exposure rate appears to be unaffected. Test model displayed standard overload-induced paralysis, then became atypically aggressive. Forced to terminate test model in self-defense. Apologies, I must concentrate on my work. Maybe one of the others can help you.
Outsider?
Wait, so turn this thing on, run through. Two hack points. Up to him. Guidance. I don't want that. I think I took any. I think I. Possible. Ghastly. Try to see. Right or left? I'll go out there.
Medkit coming your way.
Heck yeah. Could have been friends. Where did that go? Got him. Oh, I did. That was stealing. I can't believe it. Fixed. Here one. Ride. Night street. Upshire. I mean, I definitely say there's. Oh, come on. I tried to pop it again. Stupid. Out. Thought there was something to pick up there. Trying to grab. How far? Probably have a building. Added up. Nice. Others. Okay.
Unexpected sight. Give the order and detected.
Gonna face. There's no one here. I should be able to grab this. Like, no one can get in. Bye. Oh, where we came out? Right here. Yeah, okay. Alright, so. Dark energy.
Yes. Let's have a look at you. No signs of uranium exposure, or anything else novel or interesting, apparently. Another humdrum workaday ailment, no doubt. Nothing requiring my vast expertise.
I feel like a simple no would have.
Certainly, there is a nominal cost for treatment to cover essentials.
108.
You know where to find me. Don't have much to spare, but you're free to have a
Got a
look.
description. Comic kit. Fortive. All crashing. Okay. +4. Travel, plasma, heartless. Got what we.
done? The Zeranium now spews from the hangar more thickly than ever. The damage must have been more advanced than we thought. I knew I should have pushed the repairs earlier. Sure, a few may have died, but the mission might still have been salvaged. This is my fault.
Did I do
The blame lies squarely on my shoulders. I gambled on an outsider rather than trusting my own resources, and now the price is paid.
Okay.
With this failure, I have likely doomed this entire island to the tender mercies of our enemies. No more will our stalwart subjects reap the bounty of this land. No more will the pleasant whine of servos accompany our mechanical servants in their noble servitude.
Hard.
Instead, this island will be trampled by the boots of our enemies. Its resources stripped bare, leaving nothing of the beauty we've cultivated over long years. As our stewardship is cast aside like so much detritus, harmony will be lost, and chaos will reign. Praise will give way to slogans, duty to greed, honor to contractual obligation. Freaks and worse will despoil that which is left behind, while bureaucrats will use this once proud land as a springboard for their superficial and petty ambitions.
By law. By the law, there has to be some kind of promise. Farewell.
And with the island's fall, I may have dealt a crippling blow to the Protectorate itself. Our foes will use this place as a stepping stone, eating their way deeper into Eden like ravenous maggots. And it will all be my fault. I'll be remembered, if any of us is, as the one who lost it all.
Is it over? Finally, get that out of your system.
Yes, I suppose I have. Now please,
No problem, bro.
leave me be.
Report back to Marshall Donaldson. So apparently I didn't fix the gas. I messed. I don't understand how or what I did.
Prudence
I
dictates
apparently
we
did.
cherish all we have and defend it.
All this. Fall down. Running bird. That's I got this. Okay, so we like we're done. We have a mission. Box read. Basically, it sounds like we sabotaged this. We can't run. Which I thought probably failed that question. Or to run over to you.
Armed and ready. Lay low, Commander. Next order. Look alive, Commander.
Light room. Fast.
Once we arrive at the Automech facility, we'll unload and begin cataloging the state of the various Automechs.
Are you recording the drive? Cadet, I do not believe this is what the Sergeant intended by documenting the process. Here, allow me to handle it. Now where's the off switch?
Boyd, we're being bombed. Disembark. Lose formation to the beach. Double time. We can take shelter in the rocks. Praise the Sovereign. We made it. Halt. Everyone quiet. What's that clacking noise? Oh, shit! Crabbles! Form defensive perimeter type 14A!
Oh, around it. Around it, girl. Got more crabbles there.
Let me handle this.
I like how they all go in the ground. Probably until I get. If I can get on pet. You are making our potato, potato.
Unless you plan on conjuring ammo from the Haven, we ought to get the crafting some.
Right way. Basic. Follow train tracks. Tram track, what do you call it? Right, we've made it to West. Need to reunite Niles. Niles is what.
Huh. Well, at least it's not shooting the water anymore. Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed minder? Not so sure I ought to be speaking with you. If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogarth. That tall, stately building back yonder is his domicile.
Hogarth. Milver Street reckons he's the key to converting this town. Let's bring him the good news of Auntie's choice, shall we?
Do hate to come off impolite. If you're so inclined, we can pick this up later, after you two confabulate.
Think I should about this? That you can share that?
Word to the wise, despite what you might hear, we still consider ourselves part of the Protectorate. Anyone spots an outsider engaging in misdeeds might just open fire.
The base individualists within Auntie's choice. Though don't fret, the system is resilient. The system abides. But now, more than ever, we must all do our part.
The Matriarch and Sovereign chose Eden, the perfect ecotope, as our home, and devised the paradigm as a great way to maintain it.
Give it a little extra added zeal for now, just to offset any minor disruption.
Acquisition. I don't understand why I can pick stuff up here, but there's actually people. But I couldn't pick up in that.
Under Protectorate law, we are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows.
I don't want that. I'm so happy. No. Oh.
Disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
And it's still not stupid. Like, what? How is this not, like, I had to pick the lock to get this is. I think I'm not gonna pick up everything in this. Let's just inspect it. So we don't want to do that yet. We can come back and potentially do that. If these are Protectorate people, we don't want to like be sounding off a bunch of stuff.
Glad the wireless told me that I'm happy. Maybe amity, luxury, and resplendence are all relative. You think?
I'm sure this is all part of the paradigm.
I can't believe none of this is stealing. This is insane. Literally, like, have raided 2 houses now, and to break into one of them, but taking stuff isn't stealing. Makes no sense.
So much dust and debris during the
How is that even a...
Trust the plan, preserve set progress, sustain the system, serve the
Good.
My favorite is we must route all
Oh
disruptive
look,
factors.
hit cartridge, rock rods, browns. Again, not stealing. Doors barred shut. I'm like so blown away that I could just take anything in this place. Like nothing is stealing here apparently. Didn't want to do that. Maintenance log repository. Reservoir status abundant. The seawater desalination purification system is operating at its baseline level of flawless automechanical efficiency. Much like all aspects of Protectorate society, it is perfect. Cistern water quality exceeds maximum standards of potability. Subjects may drink, bathe, recreate, irrigate without care or restraint. Glory to the Sovereign. Select a message. The seawall is breached. The cistern is contaminated with elevated levels of salinity. Although currently overwhelmed, the purifiers will compensate without question. The system abides in all things. Soon the reservoir will run clear again. Not today, though. Until the purification system rights itself, bottled beverages remain the prudent option for healthful hydration. Reservoir status recovering. Only days after the seawall breach, the water desalination purification system has returned to pre-invasion levels of efficiency. Reservoir quality is approaching semi-potability, suitable for irrigation and a bathing spritz. This recovery of the purification system was never in doubt. A case of event writing themselves, the system truly does abide. Okay, well, I guess that has its own purpose.
Right now, the paradigm needs our houses underwater. Hopefully it'll need them dry again someday, but until then, it's a short swing down.
Literally just walk up in here, take whatever I want, like, willy-nilly. Here we go. I'm gonna raid all your stuff and take everything in your entire city. Because you'll let me.
Word on the wireless is that Auntie's choice is years behind us sociologically. So they've started the war to grab any part of the paradigm that they can.
It'd be funny if I got in a habit of picking things up and then one thing in here is like stealing.
Infected. Next don't arrive soon, we'll have to start cutting.
My body is covered in burns acquired in battle during the attack. This is all going perfect.
Turned into a mansion. The doctor's office attached. Static piston. It'd blow my mind. A designator light revolver. 75% weak spot bonus. That ain't bad. Pick up keycard Westport broadcast facility. Workbench. Who throws money away? Oh, you know what? I've got an extra 17 bits. You know what I'm gonna do with it? Put it in the trash.
Of course, it's part of the Sovereign's plan. He floods our houses, which makes more habitat for fish, which offers us more to eat, which gives us the strength to build new houses. But then, how do I...
Go upstairs, and then we'll come back and talk to that doctor. Oh, the block picking. Key to vigilant personal quarters. Can't get it. Look like we can get in here either. This room's not gonna have anything in it? Really? Did I already come in here? Did I come in here already? I not remember that. Okay. Alright, let's talk to this.
Sufficient zeal at all times.
You walked in here under your own steam and appear reasonably free of cuts, burns, or weeping lesions. So, I assume you're presently devoid of mortiferous injuries. Good. Because we've got more of that than we can handle. Don't suppose you have any medical supplies to spare, do you? That you might kindly consider donating? Oh, no thank you. Not looking for anything that does more harm than good. I have enough ailments to manage already. From what I've heard about Auntie's medicaments, might poison a patient or cause them to grow an extra head or something. Never know what they're testing out on you.
My extra parts aren't side effects. That's your implication. And anyhow, I should think some minor side effects would be preferable to dying.
Honestly? Well, I'm a reasonable judge of character, and you seem upright. On behalf of my patients and I, thank you. We're all grateful. Guess outsiders aren't all just base individualists like they say on the wireless. Barring this being some tricky sales strategy, that is. This is a good start, but I fear it won't last long. Wouldn't happen to know a reliable means to procure more, would you? Oh, they'd just take us all in? Provide us with all the food and medicine and housing we'd ask for, would they? Doesn't align with how I've heard them depicted on the wireless. You almost make that sound reasonable, under a highly skewed, morally vacuous light. Not seeing a wealth of options here at present. I can watch my patients die, then face execution, or we can resettle elsewhere and remain alive. I lean toward the latter. The abandoned section of Westport ought to have some supplies. Should be enough medicaments down there to help our injured survive the trip to Fairfield. It's perilous, though.
To get the medicine. I don't like doing this.
Plenty of the structures below are still submerged. Others, ones that escaped being flooded, got abandoned once the Crabbles moved in. Those ought to have some supplies. If I were you, I'd try to sneak past the Crabbles out there. They seem rather territorial of late. See you when I see you. Stranger?
Those pills were magnificent. Are they
Yeah.
Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient intervention against seizure, sabotage, and/or manipulative indoctrinatory falsity.
I had a nightmare that the matriarch didn't gift us the paradigm, and we were left to scramble for purpose and profit like Auntie's workers.
This is liberating. I'm trying to come up with some reason, but
Everything I own
really
is
have.
underwater. What do you mean? Everything we have belongs to the gods. We own nothing. But surely the Protectorate will provide anything you need. No. I just feel sad for them. Even in their name.
Individualism ran rampant.
This unit beautifully acknowledges your presence.
I mean, I guess I can just. Private in. Calamity at Horizon Point. Protectorate someone to interrogating not for the accusations of might have refreshment that they may protect my. Thankfully, Sheriff Snorts finds my record. They didn't. Your eyes. At what cost? They also. I have a second chance. Serve the unblown. Helps him. How many years has it been since disaster? By question. Protectorate valuable. How was Horizon Point? How could our glory back from? No, these doubts are poison. Sign of dis better than is action. Clearly, I'm failing to. I had Montelli's clarity. Has remained a bulwark. Perilous times. I should be. Ellie is pressure. That much is obvious. I've known Umberto time and never seen persistent. Far be it from question superior friend, but as him. I suspect he is being. But what are the coming from? Perhaps I take this up with him. Patient box. That's who. Oh, Escort's a great place. Early game.
and plenty. We have community, purpose, time for recreation. We sleep well at night. Work isn't strenuous or stressful. Food is nutritious and plentiful. We have everything we need.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most
I don't want to.
together.
Prudence dictates that we watch our neighbors. I may just invite him over to. I reject imperfect thoughts in all their forms. All thoughts of any kind whatsoever.
Greetings, non-protectorate wretches. With regret, I must inform you that those outside our glorious society may not take freely from our stocks, as our subjects do. However, I may offer you a limited selection of premium items for moderate respective fees. Initiating.
Part 3. Passively accumulate toxicity while an active. Start decryption. Toxin.
Produces glorious.
Greetings, non-protectorate wretches. With regret, I must inform you that, however, I may offer you a initiating.
Picked up.
Can unbalance even the most robust ecosystem.
Appeared right out of the aether, just as I imagine our proud sentinels do. Like, here I am, your innermost thoughts are known to me, and nobody once hears from you again. Caught me reciting passages from a beacon to the cosmos, illustrating my steadfast fidelity. All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign. That part always hits me directly. To quote my personal log, an essential passage, rightful and true. Charlton Weintraub.
Yes, you are obvious. Subject. In no way would consider moving to Fairfield.
Me? Move to Fair? Why, even if it was still held by our proud protectorate, I've been assigned here. Everything is in its proper place within
Relax.
the paradigm. Would a true ally speak so plainly? Or coolly remark with some cryptic double entendre? Straight talk seems more the province of hidden agents, savvily angling to trick somebody. If you were a sentinel, or in some sentinel-adjacent role, I'd of course be honored to have you inspect my belongings. Unfortunately, my house is currently besieged by Crabbles. In any case, back to it.
Ah, the Outlander I spoke with before. What brings you back?
Did I? Not again. Oh, this? It's a birthmark, skin condition, both. About which I am rather sensitive, thank you very kindly.
Okay, that was remarkably.
Throughout history, human societies were constantly out of balance. Individualism ran rampant.
Say, you are every bit you seem, yes? Thoroughly on the up and up and in no way a hidden agent? It is widely known that a sentinel is required to stand revealed before rendering judgment. Why, a plot point about that featured prominently in the latest episode of Red Cloak.
Of course you believe everything on the Aether Wave. I guess it would be stranger if you didn't swallow the propaganda, even if it does take some heavy dramatic license.
We sleep well at night. Work isn't strenuous or stressful. Food is nutritious and plentiful. We have everything we need.
Well, you appear to be far more fluent with sentinel procedure than I. Veiled implication understood. If you'll excuse me, I best return to my work tasks. If you were a Sentinel, or in some Sentinel-adjacent role, I'd of course be honored to have you inspect my belongings. Unfortunately, my house is currently besieged by
Find his
Krabbles.
house, I
Fulfill our duty to the Protectorate.
Krabbles.
We're all in this together.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich
Tried to jump.
Looks like a fight.
Need a different gun. I didn't realize we were out of ammo. Get better. Dirty magazine size. I don't need that.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just give the signal.
But like, pass it. And up everything. Cool.
Sit or sprint? Typical predicament for an anti-bottom runner like me. Wish I never snuck in here to begin with. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Nah, it was a great idea. So much stuff for the taking around here. Motherload of loot. Plenty to get me back in the sprag race. Just didn't account for all these Krabbles. Real fly in the old ointment. I could just sit tight, live lean off all these supplies, hope the Krabbles skedaddle, or maybe open the door and bolt. Seems like a good idea. Nah, it's a great idea.
Box. Baseball. Someone. Ash already. Were it but offered, I would revel in the funk. Such is not lot under. One is delegated to the host. They must remain. What is a person ambitions do here? Ask. Besides wallow in. I oftentimes wonder how I might fare with Auntie's choice freewheeling meritocratic society. Though to even consider such thoughts is to a mental refreshment. As unheard of as it sounds, I have been assigned by Algar. He has tasked me to raise the spirits of my fellow subjects by reciting it. Sovereign. Great honor to be sure, but I worry. If my mind ever be ponder when it starts. Spirit. Commercial of our commercial rivals. And I must hold firm, as such doubts are. I know. Edmund Chatterjee stated that my conduct profoundest while protectorate as the frequency of mushroom increased by 5.6% has become jittery, fretful. Dare not admit how I feel impelled to devour Auntie's purple crunch at every opportunity. I nodded, accepting 6 to and an extra work hour to offset my loss. Thoughts already turning to I had to. Despite how thrilling I find that I Red Coke cereal, it has left my days full of worry. Like all who tune in, I cheer at the as she net factory. But as the mission off freshman, Purpleberry Crunch can or my enthrallment advertisement. Here I know definitely that. Probably just got some left. quarterly. Good neighbor. The perfect day. Another perfectly reliably kept journal for reminiscence. 700 hours of comfort and security, gratitude, sovereign. Those 730 hours. Broke morning fast with a nourishing meal of tribute pancake. Typical autumn. 10:30 hours. Notice neighbor Doherty afternoon. Bears further possible wording. 12:30 hours. Neighbor Ryland arrived for our crafts activity. Brought a freshly certainty. Expressed great content with our perfect life, yet pondered it ever in. 1232 hours recorded for arrival. 5 hours. 8 the cake. 1700 hours. Enjoyed weekend. Physically. 2000 hours. I don't know. Whatever. Tired listening to everyone on the troubled by perfect day and glory of the pretty dead. And we can pick our locks. Worth it. Come over here. Oh, I didn't already take the out of it. Different. Duty kept daily journal reminiscence. First entry of 23. 700 hours of brilliant abundance with thanks to sovereign. Those 730 hours consumed prestige regal tarts, nourishingly 1,000 hours, spotted aircraft streak across the sky, when it appears to side, or how curious. 10:06, guests, 4 out-of-towners, and strangers trampling flower bed. They hurried away before I could invite them. 10:17 hours, or out-of-towners now, with our auto mechanic, perhaps preparation to replace them. Models. 10:46 hours. Out-of-towners are at my door, requesting in my bed. 10:47 hours. Strangers will not found me. Claimed their unbridled term spelling. Perhaps ask oh my they are. Sat here and wrote down people back.
This looks like the place. Oh, I haven't felt this high-strung since Horizon Point. I just hope he's here.
Niles.
Howdy, Zeb. You look... well.
Has my mind been set upon by shadows? I thought you dead.
Can't imagine why you think that. I've only been gone 4 years.
Oh, back from your little saunter then, are you? Head all cleared? I must say you took quite the perambulation. I hope you didn't wear out your rotation adapters.
Doctor, you on board.
And who precisely are you? Another Earth Directorate cast-off?
I was. Does that make you more or willing to?
Is that a jest?
Bring that boil down to a simmer, Zeb. This is my commander, one who was with me at Horizon Point.
So, you are keeping company these days. Just not mine.
We're working Arcadia, as I assume.
That would depend on what vision you have for Arcadia's future. Everyone seems to think they alone know what's best for this colony.
Look, I'm not just here to gas you up with empty apologies. I want to set things right between us.
Oh, now you want to help. Where were you when the war happened? Or when I was being carted off to mental refreshment? Where were you when I actually needed you?
I know I let you down before, but give me a chance to earn back your trust. There must be something I can lend you a hand with. I know you haven't given up the fight.
I haven't the time to patch your bleeding conscience, Niles. I'm in a situation that demands my full attention.
It's Baines. My team's been caught. Pharaoh and March are dead. Protectorate are holding the rest for interrogation. A ship is inbound to take us off-world, to the consul himself. I barely managed to evade capture. Damn it! It looks like the data went through, but there's something wrong with the connection. The cipher isn't transmitting.
Found her! You there! Step away from that terminal at once!
Audra! Fuck! It's all coming apart.
Breathing now.
I knew something was wrong. What have you gotten yourself into here, Zeb?
That was one of my operatives. I organized a mission to infiltrate the Vox to acquire valuable intelligence. But obviously, something's gone wrong. Without that cipher, the intelligence is worthless. But I'm more concerned about my people at the moment. If you're sincere in your desire to help, prove it. Rescue my friends before that ship departs with them on board. Please.
I am. Without question.
Okay. If they're sending a ship, that means my people are being held on the Vox's landing pad. Use my call sign so they'll know you for an ally. I'm certain Niles remembers it. And do exercise discretion, as well as caution. The guards at the Vox won't hesitate to fire upon you, should you be discovered.
Not to worry. This is exactly the sort of thing we're trained to handle.
Yes, but the uniform doesn't stop bullets, as I'm sure you recall.
Good thing we know a doctor then.
Then let's hope the ship also takes its time arriving, and that my friend's pain threshold withstands any attempts to soften them up for the console.
I'll be Doctor, turning rebel.
I'll answer what I can. If you must know, it was my sister. A neighbor reported her for some misconduct and she was taken to be refreshed. I never heard what her alleged crime was meant to be. The woman who returned was nigh unrecognizable. The injustice of it rattled me. And once I began to look into what had happened, the more discomfort I felt. Then I met Niles. He told me the truth about other colonies. Made Arcadia feel so small, claustrophobic, repressive. And my smoldering resentments became a full conflagration. Stop there. I know what you would ask, but I've done my best to put that unpleasant experience behind me. Please respect my wish to avoid reopening closed wounds. The Crabbles? They keep people away who might otherwise stumble into my
My
operation.
neighbors I was referring
I
to.
feel kindly toward them. Ah, of course. Hogarth and his unfortunate charges would be top of mind if you've explored the nearby settlement. I sympathize with the plight of those in Westport. They want nothing to do with me, of course, or anyone outside the Sovereign's grace, which has been to my benefit. I do believe that one day, the truth of the Protector's iniquity will be too obvious to ignore. But for now, not even a crowbar could pry open all those shut eyes.
You're hacking.
Do you always put your hands on other people's things?
We must all do our part to maintain it. Keep doing your job with pride. Keep informing on your neighbors. Same as ever.
Almost missed the routine certitude of my assigned profession.
You're thinking about it sideways. There is little difference between the gift the Protectorate provides for us through the Paradigm.
Greetings.
Mentally refreshed?
It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to Protectorate excellence, now a picturesque example of the evils of corporatism. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please let me offer you some victuals. Tut. I insist. Serving Unit 1. Something for the visitor at once?
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot forward, regardless of circumstance.
According to look, times of crisis. Help here.
I believe something still can be done. This town can be saved, its people given a reprieve. Were we to acquire the one thing vital to our existence, automech parts. What?
Comestibles served.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our mech programming. Among the vigilant, it is even considered something of a sport. We are not miracle workers, however. Without parts to work with, we've no hope of remaking our mechs to do tasks beyond their initial functions. We need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts. We are of like minds. We lack not the skill to do so. Our wily chief mechanist can reprogram the mech, but not without parts. Unfortunately, we lack ready availability of said parts.
To the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate.
Oh, you failed to hear the loudspeakers on the way in? The announcement we're obliged to repeat incessantly. Well, allow me to paraphrase. Protectorate law finds us guilty of treason on account of letting Westport fall prey to Auntie's choice saboteurs.
The pleasant atmosphere and rich natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex
Well, obviously, we've forsaken our duties as members of the Protectorate. It is incumbent upon us to fight to the death, yet we still live, as does our enemy. Now, either the Arbiters arrive to execute us, or this place falls under the vapid boot heel of Auntie's choice. No matter who wins, we cannot sustain ourselves here for long. My linguistic embellishments are somewhat beside the point. This here's a matter of accountability. Responsibility was mine. Disgrace and judgment should be mine solely as well. My intention is to absolve my subjects of any and all such blame. I owe it to every single person here to try.
Affecting Fairfield.
informing on your neighbors. Same as ever. But prudence dictates we give it a little extra added zeal for now, just to offset any minor disruption.
Of course. Abandon every last ideal to climb the rungs of the corporate ladder. A trifling matter to be executed with an insouciant air.
Well, it's either that or die here with all dignity tossed asunder. Be smart. Take the deal.
Nobody needs go anywhere. Not when we can still save Westport. We of the Protectorate endure as one, regardless of any hardships we must face. I have the aid of key pillars of our community. Several persons of note and good character who stand with and by me. And our town still functions. Our automechs are still running, mostly. We have a generator to power them, fresh water, the reassuring voice of everyone's neighbor Prudence wafts from our loudspeakers.
Envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community.
Or further, let everyone.
Everyone knows the paradigm epitomizes the
I don't know. Look, I've entertained these fool notions of yours long enough. There's no use pursuing such a fruitless line of thinking further. I have a brighter future in mind for Westport, one you can help with, in fact, rather than dwelling on dark maybes and scenarios of worst imagining.
resources and lack of community led to terrible suffering. Poor dears didn't
I guess.
have the firm benevolent hand of the sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden.
Oh, I thought you weren't interested. Well, I suppose I have little choice in the matter, circumstances being what they are. Now look, if I can return the settlement to a reasonable facsimile of its previous glory, sufficiently functioning by employing mechs reprogrammed to repair and rebuild, the Arbiters might see fit to penalize only me, commute the others' sentences, allow them to maintain things around here in the spirit of continuity and such. Hence my use of the term reasonable facsimile. It's a gamble, no arguing that. But anything else is simply giving up and waiting for the end.
Parts free.
We're all in this together.
That's abundantly kind of you. Though there must be something I can offer. Enough to lead and inspire those who work there, once at least. I was previously the ranking vigilant on this island. Why do you ask?
Complex ecological network. To govern it, the matriarch working with and through the sovereign devised the
Difficult place to saunter into. Stations off limits to anyone without the highest security clearance. For anyone lacking reason to be there, it's assured suicide. In exchange for the automech parts we need, I can provide you means to get inside. Never dream of such a proposal in days of reason and quietude. Yet such is the here and now we find ourselves in.
like those within Auntie's choice. Though don't fret.
Wonderful. My unavoidable march to the gallows feels lighter already. At least now my subjects will have a fleeting chance. The parts can be found at the Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center to the south. But do not, under any circumstances, tell those stationed there why you need them. To get inside, you will need an access pass from the Ministry of Accuracy. Since we have all been marked as traitors, I cannot create one for you here.
Minor disruption.
That pass
Farewell
on
now.
Is a
Broadcast.
subject lacking the appropriate seal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's...
Hey, Commander. Could I have a word with you real quick? I hope you're not seriously considering helping the Protectorate here. I know these folks seem on the down and out, but we're as like to do more harm than good by siding with them. Right. Okay. Well, if we do as Milver Street's asked and convert the populace to Auntie's choice, they're more likely to get the care they need and not be sentenced to death. Milver Street also promised us a way into the Vox. Oh, and a Ritzy hat. Man drives a hard bargain, if he can be trusted. Your heart's rightly placed, Commander, but past experience has taught me that sometimes helping causes more harm than good. That's all I'm getting at. Given the condition of this place, I'd assume no shortage of willing spirits eager for a way out. But then, reason's sometimes hard to come by with the Protectorate. Before you make a decision one way or the other, let's ask around. See what the residents have to say. No use trying to lift up those attached to the muck.
Welcome back.
I gotta. Fine. Purple.
Ah, the Outlander I spoke with before. What brings you back around?
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the...
Why, that's wonderful. I'm actually quite relieved a fellow customer like yourself somehow saw through my carefully maintained act. Others in Westport fail to perceive my true nature. I am hardly one of the herd around here. A reference you'll no doubt recognize from those keen Auntie's Choice commercials.
Native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex ecological network. To govern it, the matriarch working with and through the sovereign.
Ha! The same ones I immoderately reference. You likely guessed their influence right off, what with my assertive attitude and all. I laugh at danger. I hand make my own luck. That character is a revelation. You and I are just like him. Get up and go-getters. Say, did Auntie's Choice send you here? Don't fret. I am exceedingly skilled at keeping secrets.
Or the base individualists within Auntie's Choice. Though don't fret, the system is resilient. The system
How I've waited to hear those words. Anything I might help with at present?
part to maintain it. Keep doing your job.
Really? What was he like? Bold? Assertive? With a wildly obstreperous theatrical air?
We give it a little extra added zeal for now.
An audacious proposal. Yet this place, despite its recent humidity, remains comfortable and familiar.
Gray gone astray? Book a stay today. Are you mentally refreshed?
With a full case, I might gorge upon such sweet goodness morning, noon, and night. All right, hand it over. Oh, but what would vigilant Hogarth say? What would everyone say? I can scarcely imagine it. Abandoning my community only to satisfy my gastronomical urges and risk-taking attitude. No, I couldn't leave unless Hogarth ordered everyone to go.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer.
I'd say so, but I'm not some highly skilled subversive type or some such. You are. I'm certain you can find a way, somehow.
Paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle of social order. Why?
Try to do.
Because the matriarch herself designed it.
Get him to lead.
Outsider? Ah, the itinerant stranger returns. Nobody needs go anywhere. Not when we can still save Westport. We of the Protectorate endure as one, regardless of any hardships we must face. It'd have to be catastrophically obvious this place was doomed, and incontrovertibly beyond my means to save it, before I'd even consider such a recourse. Well, that's what's commonly referred to as your opinion. What all of us need most here are those auto-mechanical parts. Now please, make haste retrieving them.
Dictates we take a moment to rightly appreciate it all and thank
Parts can be found at the Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center to the south. Remember, do not tell anyone there what you're gathering them for. Now, please, make every possible haste. Everyone's lives here, save mine, depend upon it.
To the Protectorate.
Well, look who it is. What is it? Speak your mind. Pshaw! I've no desire to speak of the current state of Fairfield, no less the Auntie's Choice riffraff controlling it, or worse, any traitors who have flocked to their side. Why, I cannot fathom any of my people or I even contemplating defecting the Protectorate, let alone for that cesspool of inanity.
ecological network to govern it, the matriarch.
Because we of the Protectorate believe in something. We dream, we aspire, together. Auntie's Choice would replace amity and purpose with want. The endless, empty pursuit of nothing. But in the end, what I care about most is my people. The only thing they need, that all of us here need, are those auto-mechanical parts. I would thank you to make haste retrieving them. Well, look who it is. What is it? Speak your mind. Certainly. What would you like to know? Our society is built of layers, with the benevolent sovereign at the top. The vigilant are directly beneath him, supporting him, helping to enact the paradigm. We are also tasked with leading the rest of the subjects.
With pride, keep informing on your neighbors. Same as ever. But prudence dictates we give it a little extra added zeal for now.
There are varying degrees of vigilant leadership needed, depending on where in the hierarchy a subject may be. Why, even the Sentinels rely on our guidance, regardless of their thoughts on the matter. But our true calling is to lead the lower classes, who are the beating heart of our society. I suppose when Auntie is eventually driven from our fair island, the Sentinels will be coming for me, traitor that I am. Is there anything else?
I'm gonna shoot it. I don't know what to do because I
Farewell now.
get out of.
All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense against evil.
Sneer at our contentment.
Outsider.
Apologies, but an automechanical's work is never concluded.
Epitomizes the pinnacle of social order. Why? Because the matriarch herself designed it, and the sovereign embodies it.
Apologies, this unit's conversation module
You've returned.
is functioning intermittently.
I wish everyone's neighbor Prudence was my actual neighbor.
Is now a bad time to
Except
report myself
my
for mental
domicile
health
is
issues?
too deliberate.
Outsider?
This unit's
Gotta be
current
something.
good morning, priority afternoon conversation.
Now I can get it. Definitely don't have to keep.
We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent a
So
devised the paradigm, a meticulously designed marvel where, if each of us does our part,
propagate.
produces glorious bounty for all. Naturally, sometimes challenges do
This is TV Milver Street of Fairfield with a special one-time free offer for all Protectorate subjects with...
Hello again. Have you spoken to Vigilant Hogarth yet? Did he give permission for me to leave? Ah, I see.
Talk to him.
That endless yattering is more insipid. Ah, the
And he's-
itinerant
I
stranger
can't.
returns.
Parts.
Farewell now.
Or straight.
Personal freedom pervades every
These new officials. Got something on my mind. Did you hear that message over the loudspeakers? About choosing your chosen profession? That Milver Street fellow said in Fairfield you can, if I understood correctly, opt for any job you show proficiency. Could that truly be true? Or is it a base falsity foisted by Auntie's choice to, you know, undermine Protectorate subjects' unflagging resolve? You don't say. Huh. So it's only here with our perfect society that it works our way. How fortunate for us all to benefit from such judicious guidance. That's a right intriguing proposition. I do wonder what it's like to have a choice about things. If it weren't for Vigilant Hogarth, I do believe I'd scupper off to, well, you know where. Yeah. You convince him, I'm in. But I owe him enough I wouldn't abandon him for nothing.
So, like, every...
We respect the individual. We're providers, liberators, spreading free trade and self-betterment throughout the galaxy. As the head of our corporation, I'm here to tell you personally, it's never too late to rebrand and start anew. Join us, embrace freedom.
That doesn't sound like a sanctioned
The wireless said that
Prudence
he's missing my favorite.
our neighbors.
progress and sustain the system.
Right, Corky. My favorite. We must route all disruptive factors into basic limits.
Pretty much. Boss of the factory. I don't think.
The wireless said that flooding Westport is routine maintenance to remove the dust that had been building up in our door frames.
Sovereign really does think of everything.
People have been complaining. Yes? Help you with anything? Well, now, that should do nicely. Thank you. Hope those Crabbles didn't give you too much trouble. I recognize these patients require more care than I'm able to provide here. Seems like the one last additional thing we'll need is for Vigilant Hogarth to agree to it. It's less a concern about disloyalty, and more my respect for his abilities. He's a skilled leader, and we could sorely use his aid, from coordinating logistics to keeping up morale. I'll surely have my hands full with my patients. His presence on the journey would save lives.
Try one more.
All right, be careful.
Close it.
That vacuous cacophony sets my... Ah, the itinerant stranger returns. Thought you'd agreed to help us, not those corporate heathens. Not my favorite topic of discourse, but I do like the cut of your jib. Very well. State your piece.
Auntie's Choice knows that a better you is just 3 pills and an ointment away.
Salutations! This is DB Milva Street of Fairfield with a special one-time free offer for all Protectorate subjects within and without earshot. What do I provide?
But it's not everyone, is it? I'm sure it's not. The majority of my subjects are steadfastly loyal, resolute, right as rain.
No permanent rules, just good old-fashioned freedom. In fact, the former Protectorate subjects now abiding in Fairfield are free to choose any vocation they like and change up.
Things are fine. Everyone's fine. They deserve better. Huh. They do, don't they? I've tried to tell myself it's better to die a subject of the Great Protectorate than live a life driven by freedom, but you may be right. Regardless, now that we're all traitors, they really don't need my permission, But if they want it, they shall have it. My former subjects are free to live an empty life with Auntie's choice. I'll make an announcement. Order them to depart for Fairfield. But I will be staying. Should I? Haven't I failed them enough for one lifetime? No. I will stay here and loyally await the judgment I richly deserve.
Hooey about all of us at Auntie's choice. Your so-called superiors would have you believe we're unscrupulous interlopers, intent on stealing the very bread off your plate. Tut-tut! No! Nothing could be farther from
My former subjects jumped at the chance to abandon Westport. They don't need me.
direction, meaning, purpose. We say that's a fancy way of stating you're their slave. They say you're part of a community.
I suppose my duty to my people remains, whether here or in Fairfield. All right. I'll go. Unsure how I'll endure such an empty existence. Perhaps, if I offer my old subjects periodic advice, our sense of community may somehow, despite the wiles of commercialism, remain. All right, then. Suppose it's time to make my announcement.
Introducing Auntie's new line of specialty drinks for the discerning consumer. Auntie Fizzos.
Say, hold up there, friend. Watch out.
Attention, everyone. Attention. I, Vigilant Ogden Hogarth, hereby do order all subjects under my command to abandon the settlement of Westport at the earliest possible juncture. You are to depart for the township of Fairfield, safely and together. Once there, you are to appeal to local authorities for citizenship with Auntie's choice. Thereupon, you are thus and forevermore relieved of your duties as subjects of the Protectorate. This is a direct order from your Vigilant and is not to be questioned and cannot be countermanded. Now see to your preparations. I will join you shortly. Need a moment to let this all settle in. I will be on my way by and by.
Be on my way in 2 shakes of a Raptidon's tail. Promise. Just need a moment to divide it.
What do you think it'll be like in Fairfield? I admit to an unreasonable preponderance of emotion. Most of it is that looking for jitters.
The Vigilant says go to Fairfield, we go to Fairfield then.
Reckon our missus. Prudence
Hope I don't get assigned to a
we
grafting
maintain
lab in
sufficient zeal
Fairfield.
at all times.
Don't want to have to
Up to Milver Street.
Whether it's an orifice or a face, Auntie's choice makes a greedy for it.
I've been bartering with defectors. Traded one force ticket for a whole 10 of prestige force gloves.
Told my manager, a man is not a slice of nana, Mr. Overby. And I said, I am more than
You've lifted my spirits right out of their doldrums. Our new guests have just arrived. Here, a considerable reward for your considerable efforts. Had anyone asked, I would have bet a year's pay against your capturing the hearts and minds of the denizens of Westport, and it seems I would have been out a great deal of bits. I've 2 minds about the convertees. Anyone with eyes can see they need guidance, but a pernicious system is not easily abandoned. Have you any thoughts? trust will take time to build, time and patience. But that is an investment I am ready to make. You've given me a great deal to think about. I am in your debt. I cannot overstate what a capital compatriot you've been, my friend. Now be off. I've many refugees to see to. Plan is such a strong word. Let's call it a hunch. Consider this your first lesson in propaganda. Find whatever your target desires most and use it towards your own ends. Speak with Vigilant Hogarth in the building beside the saloon. He was in charge around here before we arrived. I have no doubt he knows vital information to the Vox's functioning. Now, should you ever find yourself visiting the ACS Undisputed Claim, do come see me. I've no doubt that when we next meet, I'll have risen 6 ranks, at least. Farewell!
Like, you know, like that seems like the right response to this. You just gave me a runaround, like 3 missions, 2 or 3 missions, and not give me the answer. Could have gotten it from the other. If I had like let. Oh, I'm so frustrated. I did. See, now I'm gonna have to just go do it.
The others appear to be acclimatizing. Well, hello. You appear burning with purpose. Is everything all right? Has something occurred? A representative of Auntie's Choice lied. You must be shocked. Greatly. Yes, I know of a means in, but you must do something for me there. Even though I no longer am of the Protectorate, I do care for its subjects. I'll prepare a writ of conscription to allow you entry to the Vox Relay. While most would refuse my authorization, the sentry assigned to the gate once lived in Westport. Sentry second-class layman. Show the writ as proof I have conscripted you into my employ. Use it to press service on my behalf, and she will let you in. Once you're inside, there's someone else you should show it to. You do that and say what I tell you. It'd save many lives. The Vox Relay is, to my mind, a time bomb. Brigadier Montelli's lost his way. Now all manner of chaos is raging there. I've heard tell he's even resorted to extra-legal executions. Madness, I tell you. A brigadier doesn't act as judge, jury, and executioner. That's an arbiter's job. And even then, they're enforcing existing Protectorate law. Why, isn't it obvious? As Vigilant, I was his commander, and without my guidance, he was lost. All manner of chaos seems to be the order of the day at the station. Executions done in the service of order are an unfortunate necessity. Done at the whim of an individual, well, that's just one more depravity Antes has wrought upon us. A true subject of the Protectorate lives and dies by their ideals. There is another who I am sure feels the same way. Marshal Corbin. As with all my subjects, I have been there when he needed me. I trust we can call on him now to do his part. Seek him out at the Vox Relay, conscript him with the writ, and this is important. You must convince him to kill Montelli. Corbin will want to talk him down, to take him into custody, to message superiors outside the facility beforehand. We cannot allow any of that to happen. If Corbin becomes the highest-ranking officer alive, no one will be able to contradict his accounting of events. The Protectorate execute connivers and schemers. Corbin must appear forced to take down Montelli in the moment. It cannot feel like a plotted coup. Good,
Right.
good.
So weak.
Here is the writ. Farewell now.
All right.
Don't go into that cheap saloon if you got a liquor dumpster. You got no cars. Why do you think I'm out here? Has nothing to do with my current and very temporary shortage of...
So our map.
Would pulverizing them suffice? No, I couldn't liquefy them. Apply heat and congeal them into kibble no beast could resist. Oh, Ethel, darling, you're a genius. Approach with less haste next time, won't you? Copernicus may be tame, but he still doesn't take kindly to being startled. Oh, Inez, you look, well, like you could use an ice bath and a cup of newly formulated trip teas. Has something happened?
Something has, all right. I ended my contract effective immediately. Now I'm free to prove myself to everyone in Auntie's Choice. My way.
Well, that's wonderful news. Or is it? I admit I'm still trying to work through what contracts mean hereabouts. But you do appear to be pleased, so
For you to
I shall be
furnish
pleased for you. Ah, that is not common knowledge in this town. But since Inez appears to trust you, I suppose I can do the same. Before I began my new illustrious career working with our tame, scarily friends here, I was a researcher in the Enhanced Soldier Division. Oh, I was on the verge of breakthrough when they shut us down. Oh, when I think of the lives I could have reached. But in my current role, I do try to help where I can.
Where my own first aid training can't reach, Doc's got me covered. The graft knocked me on my ass for weeks when I first got it. But she nursed me back to health.
Would if I could have done more.
Despite your insinuation, there are plenty of good folk around here, but perhaps not many with Doc's particular skill set.
I understand your reservation, but I do care deeply for all my patients. Inez has attested to it, and so can Copernicus here, when he is freshly fed. Where was I? Right. I have a lead, Inez. I've identified 2 viable beasts on this island that you may be compatible with, though it may not be easy to acquire the suitable specimens. The first candidate is the skeleton crabble. It has a rare form of albinism and was last spotted on the western coast by Protectorate scientists, who, unfortunately, went missing. I happened upon an old report of theirs along with a code used to operate their machinery. If their fate is what I suspect, the code may be of use to you.
I heard rumors of the creature myself. Our skeleton sounds a good bit larger than the average crabble. Meaner and smarter, too.
The second candidate is a Raptidon matriarch, the only one of her kind on the island as I understand it. She was last spotted in the crags near the Vox Relay.
Deep in Protectorate territory. This matriarch sure ain't making it easy for us. She'll be more aggressive and more cunning than her smaller kin.
When you breach the matriarch's lair, you must rouse her from hibernation. I found pheromones to be quite effective. Inez, I'm certain you know a formula that may suffice.
That I do.
Excellent. It'll be a rather unpleasant wake-up call for the matriarch, so she'll be upon you in moments. I suggest your armaments be at the ready. Then the grafting part is yours. Yes, though I would recommend a careful surgical removal of the specimens, please. Now, when you acquire one or both of these parts, return here straight away, and we can begin surgery. Matriarch, I mean, Law guide you both out there.
Probably makes sense. I think approaching our end. We didn't quite make it, but we'll definitely make it. And then maybe there to pick up a little cases. Whatever detonate back in. Tactical child advanced rounds. Fires subtle exploding damage. Jacket. Taking base axe spider mine from your armor. Knocked out, drops a number of grenades. Not super. Attacks become marked, causing prioritize party. Deals with that. Tactical projectile plus 40%. How's that? Automatic. Asking. Bye. At his marketing opinion of bastard. Right on it. As a mag. But better. I like that skill. This has an extra slot, so I could put my extra holster on this, but I really do like that. Get that bonus damage, the critical damage, crit chance. Then this abilities charge 10% faster. Still have enough to add our extra holster, so like makes sense to stick with it. take that additional buff. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It looks alright. I could put the plasma soak on this, but I'd lose the 20% chance to ignore incoming attacks while below 50 health. But I'd also lose some damage resist. I mean, 30% damage resistance, 25. So, I mean, take 6 hits, or I'm out of that damage resist. But this one, the plasma soak, if I put that on, I can get more damage resistance on it. I can add 5 physical damage to it. Now, I don't know if that means, so it says down to no additional bonus. I'm wondering if that scales if I put like another damage resist on. Not 100% sure. Because like if that's the case, I should just switch to this. And then we should just modify it. If we can. We do have a plasma. Go. Make an extra hole. Crafting. Thought I just and crouching have really done a number on your knees. They ache and squeak. But as long as you stay crouching, you can ignore the pain. Warning, once selected, flaws cannot be removed. Effects, plus 20% crouch speed. Crouching emits 10-meter radius sound that hostiles can hear and investigate. I'm not going to take.
Pals Bubblegum Slims, now with chewable filter tip. Anti-Cleo and Pals Candy Tobacco, also available in 2 other flavors, popcorn or sizzling cinnamon.
Go check the rooms. Place. Bag, beach, border, free float at the inside. Reveals a handful of adaptive equipment that will for her name B. Some stim past their expiration date and a crumpled note. Your instructions for upgrade. Wait, code. Is this code? No, probably just your imagination. Alright, well, we're gonna call it there. Seems like a good thing to do. Appreciate you guys all tuning in tonight. I appreciate the gifts and the love and the support. Be back tomorrow evening with another Outer Worlds 2 video. I'm gonna go on live again tomorrow night, and we'll do the same thing Friday night. Yeah. So I guess that put us pretty much at the end of the week. So yeah, we'll do that. Tomorrow, if you have time, you can tune into the stream during the day between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. Eastern time. We do a crafting session, and we're currently working on a dream catcher. We've just about got it finished up, and we should be finishing it up no problem tomorrow. And then after that, if I can get Nomad back in here, we can make a mug, and she can choose which one she wants us to make, and we'll make it live. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm not gonna be going. I'm probably only gonna go live on TikTok tomorrow because I will need to use my phone to show off everything, and the camera we have using on the live session is connected to my computer, so I can't really move around with it. So we'll work with that next time, and we'll go from there. So again, thank everyone for coming in tonight and sharing this evening with us while we pushed through. I will let you guys get back to your regularly scheduled evening, and we will pick this back up tomorrow. Thanks so much for your time and your effort, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Thanks, guys.
Circle knows my name. Keep the lantern low and near. Not for show, just seeing clear.
That's enough this year.